The Vexcar had conquered 47 worlds before they encountered humanity. On each world, they had perfected the art of breaking spirits, of reducing proud civilizations to obedient servants. Their interrogation chambers were legendary across the galaxy, places where hope went to die and resistance crumbled like ash. Commander Marcus Webb had been in Cell 47 for 322 days. The Vexcar had captured him during the Battle of Proxima Station, dragging him from the wreckage of his destroyer while his crew burned in the void. They wanted information about Earth's defenses, humanity's military capabilities, the location of the Sol defense grid. What they got instead was silence, punctuated occasionally by Marcus's dry laughter. Warden Zexthal stood before the containment field, his chitinous faceplates clicking with frustration. In his 2 centuries of service, he had never encountered a species so maddeningly resilient. The human had endured neural scorching, psychological warfare, sensory deprivation, and biological torture that would have killed most sapients within hours. Yet here he stood, thinner than before, scarred beyond recognition, but unbroken. "You understand that your resistance is futile," Zexthal said, his translator rendering the words in flat, emotionless tones. "Your fleet is scattered. Your colonies burn. Earth itself will fall within the cycle. Tell us what we wish to know, and I will grant you a quick death." Marcus lifted his head, one eye swollen shut, the other gleaming with something that made the warden uncomfortable. It wasn't defiance. The Vexcar knew defiance well. It was something else, something patient. "You don't understand humans at all, do you?" Marcus's voice was hoarse but steady. "You think torture breaks us. You think pain is the worst thing you can do to us. Then enlighten me, creature." Marcus smiled, blood staining his teeth. "Pain makes us angry. And anger makes us dangerous." Zexthal chittered, the Vexcar equivalent of laughter. "You are one broken prisoner in a cell. What danger could you possibly pose?" That's when the alarms began. The facility shook and emergency lights bathed the corridor in amber. Zexthal's communication implant crackled to life with panicked reports. The geothermal stabilizers, the ones that kept the prison moon's volcanic core from destabilizing, were failing. All of them simultaneously. "What have you done?" Zexthal spun toward Marcus, his claws extending. Marcus leaned against the wall of his cell, that terrible smile widening. "You wanted to know about human capabilities? Let me tell you what you missed during your interrogations. While your neural scorchers were frying my synapses, I was counting the intervals between seismic dampeners firing, counting the power fluctuations in your grid, counting the patrol patterns of your guards." The facility shook again, harder this time. Somewhere in the distance, something exploded. "You see, I'm not just a ship commander. Before the war, I was a mining engineer. Spent 15 years on Europa, working with unstable ice formations over liquid oceans. You learn a lot about pressure, about systems, about how everything's connected." Marcus's voice grew stronger, energized by the chaos around them. "This prison moon of yours? It's a powder keg. Your whole civilization built it on a volcanic hotspot, because the geothermal energy was cheap and plentiful, but it's a delicate balance." Zexthal's mandibles trembled. "The dampeners are fail-safe. They cannot be compromised from within a cell." "No," Marcus agreed, "but they can be compromised by understanding resonance. Every time you used that neural scorcher on me, it created an electromagnetic pulse, small but measurable. I've been positioning myself in this cell for months, enduring your torture in specific locations, at specific angles. Each pulse traveled through the facility's conductive floors, through your power grid, creating harmonic interference patterns in the dampener network." The warden's eyes widened in horror as understanding dawned. 322 days, Marcus continued. 322 days of careful positioning, of enduring pain at precise intervals, of using your own torture devices to create a cumulative cascade failure in your planetary stabilization system. "You thought you were breaking me. I was building a bomb." The floor beneath them buckled. Through the viewport, Zexthal could see the prison moon's surface beginning to crack, magma bleeding through like infected wounds. The facility had 17 minutes before total destabilization. "Perhaps less. You'll die too, human," Zexthal shrieked, abandoning his composure. "You'll destroy yourself." Marcus laughed then, a genuine, full-bodied laugh that echoed through the shaking corridor. "That's the other thing you don't understand about humans, Warden. We're persistence hunters. Back on Earth, our ancestors would chase prey for days, weeks even, until the animal collapsed from exhaustion. We don't give up. We don't surrender. And if we can't win, we make damn sure you lose. He pushed himself upright, standing tall despite his injuries. I'm one man, and I'm taking your entire prison complex and 3,000 Vexcar warriors with me. That's the message you'll send to your empire when the survivors report back. One human prisoner broke an entire moon. Imagine what 1 billion of us will do when we reach your homeworld. Zexthul fled then, scrambling toward the evacuation pods with the rest of his staff. Behind him, he heard Marcus Webb's voice one final time, calm and certain. See you in hell, bug. The prison moon of Kexvar shattered 43 minutes later, consumed by its own molten core. Of the 6,000 Vexcar stationed there, only 47 survived to carry the tale. They spoke of the human who weaponized his own torture, who turned pain into purpose, who proved that humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology or their numbers. It was their absolute terrifying refusal to break. The war continued for 3 more years, but the Vexcar invasion never recovered its momentum. Every interrogator, every warden, every soldier who heard the story of Commander Marcus Webb learned the same lesson. You could cage a human, hurt a human, even kill a human. But you could never ever break one.